listening to the Mito podcast. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Megan.
And today we are bringing back Breanne and Jesse. We had you guys on. They actually had to remind me because I was not prepared like last time. They're on episode 14. So if you guys would like to go back and find the first podcast that we had with them, it was around June 20th, episode number 14. And we just wanted to bring you guys back because we want to talk to you. We want to see how the last year has been and what's going on, what's new. And yeah, how are you guys doing?
We're good. Thank you for having us back. Yeah. That means that you liked us.
We did. We do.
We do. Okay.
We do.
No, I so appreciate you guys doing this. It's just such a cool podcast. So, and it's also a little bit therapeutic for us, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that. But yeah, we're good.
Mm-hmm. A lot has changed in the last year. Yeah.
Like what? How's Kyra doing?
She's doing really good. The last time we talked to you guys was, as you just mentioned, kind of June of last year. And we just had a pretty major scare with her being in the PICU and being intubated. And she did really, really well and was able to, how long was she in the PICU for? Like
12 days.
12 days or something like that. And knock on wood, she hasn't been sick since. We haven't had any hospital admissions.
Not hospital admissions, but she has been sick.
Yeah. Go ahead
then. Okay, so so last time we talked to you, she was just out of the hospital, and she it was right when COVID hit, and so that was really scary for everybody. But then in October we ended up all getting COVID.
Oh my
gosh!
Yeah, so we were so scared that Kyra was going to go to the hospital again, but
she did amazing. So that's why I say
wow,
really good.
That's amazing because
I'm thinking ICU.
Yeah. We I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no, please do.
There's a lot of the UMDF Mito doc calls, and at the beginning of the pandemic there were, they were doing them once a month, and it was a lot about COVID, and they just didn't really, they had like one or two Mito families that even had it, and I think in one of them the parents got sick but the child didn't, and one of them the child got sick, although I don't know the age, and passed away. And so we were all scrambling like, how is this going to affect our Mito kids? So it's so good to hear that she did really well, and you as well.
We were more wusses than she was. I mean, honestly, it's harder on us. She slept for like a few days, right? And that was kind of scary because we couldn't really wake her up, right? Like,
yeah, for a couple of days she slept quite a bit, but we were exhausted as well. I mean, we were pretty sick, but yeah, I mean, she did amazing. I think about when she gets sick with just a basic cold, and it's just so much more additional care that we have to do with just her lung management and all that kind of stuff. And with COVID, thank God she just rocked it and was just sleepy for a few days, and then she had to deal with us whining for the rest of the time.
Yeah, we were the lucky ones, that's for sure.
Very lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome. Not awesome that you got COVID, but it's awesome that you did.
But I mean that we came out of it. Yeah. And then the anxiety of COVID with a medically fragile kid kind of subsided a little bit. I mean, obviously we're still super cautious, and but man, it was like almost refreshing. It's so silly to say, but yeah. So we all came out of it okay. All of our family members that got it were okay. So that's not a lot of other people's stories. So we really are lucky. And now we're kind of, we got contacted by the NIH, the National Institute of Health, and they want to study how COVID affects kids with Mito. So we're sending off like blood samples of all three of us, and we're just participating in a study for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's really cool. How did they find you guys?
Our doctors at Seattle Children's Hospital, Dr. Senato, he knows he knows all of those research guys about and gals about the Mito stuff. So he put us in touch, and then I also just get the emails from Mito Research. I forget what the exact organization is, but yeah, I also got it in an email too to participate. Just, hey, has anybody had COVID? So yeah, so I'm happy to be a part of that. It's really easy on our end. I just and we don't really get anything out of it, but I just, I'm always about research for this, for Kyra's disease. I always want to help with research if possible.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, it all has to start somewhere. So it's great that you guys are willing to do that. It's definitely going to help for kids in the future.
Yeah, I hope so. That's our hope. Yeah.
Exactly.
How often do you guys have to go out to Seattle? Because it's a pretty far drive for you, right? You have to, it's not like you just pack up the car real quick and head out. It's a couple days that you have out of your schedule.
Yeah, exactly. We usually stop about halfway. So it's usually at least a 3-day trip when we go, usually longer. But she's been tolerating the car rides really well for the most part.
You go every 3 months?
Every 3 months right now. And I think since last time we talked to you guys, we're still waiting to do the muscle biopsy to confirm her mitochondrial disease so that we could get on the drug trial. And that's something we had been waiting for over 2 years, I think, up to that point. And so it's been about, I think, 6 or 8 months ago, we finally got the muscle biopsy done. And while we were actually waiting for results, I don't know how Dr. Sinedo was able to get the ball rolling with the drug trial that we were able to start it. It's been about 5 months now that she's been on it, almost 6. And so we don't know if she's on the actual drug or not, or the placebo. And so in June, mid-June, we're going back out. And at that point, we will be for sure on the actual drug trial. We won't know if we're on the placebo or anything, but prior to that, it'll be more, a few years down the road. But we're excited because, I guess best or worst case scenario, however you want to look at it, we're hopeful that we'll even see more improvement, but she's been doing amazing over the last year.
I'm so excited to just tell you guys about all the stuff that she's been doing and how she's been progressing and developing.
Yeah.
So I have good news, not bad.
Yeah.
That's all.
So happy. So you said, just to go back a little bit, for you, she's been on the trial for 5 months.
Yeah.
Have you guys, I know that you don't know if she's on the placebo or not, but are there things that you guys have noticed? Because obviously, yeah, kids grow up and everything, but at the same time, I would think that you would see a noticeable difference.
Yeah, it's hard because is it her development? Is she just in a good place with her meds and her keto diet and her seizure control to where she's able to develop? Or is it this trial drug that we're on, and is she improving because of that? And I don't know what it is, but she is improving in a lot of ways, like tracking with her eyes. She does have cortical visual impairment, so she's legally blind. And so a lot of our therapies are geared towards that. And she's just, really progressed. But she also was on a new heart med, because she has a disease called Wolff-Parkinson-White in her heart, and she's on enalapril, or what, I don't know if you guys want me to say the medications or not.
Oh, you can.
But she's had improvements in her.
Just her overall circulation, perfusion.
Yeah.
There for a while, we were getting pretty concerned just because she had really just purple extremities, especially in her feet. And just you could tell just her circulation wasn't doing well. And so they did what's called an echocardiogram to check out how her cardiac output, how her squeeze of her heart was working. And they identified that was much lower than they wanted it to be. And so we had a little bit of, concern with that. But once we got started on this new medication, it's actually improved with our last cardiac appointment.
So lots of improvements. Hard to tell if it's the trial drug, new meds, or just general development. But if I was up against the wall, I would have to say that it's probably the trial drug. Probably.
Yeah.
Isn't that so sick and wrong? They make us do a placebo for 6 months.
Those darn scientists.
What is the drug called? Are you able to say?
Yeah. It's called vatiquinone.
Okay.
It used to be called Epi 743, and now it's called vatiquinone.
Yeah, we are very familiar with that.
Really, you are?
The EPI 743. Yeah, it's actually Dr. Enns, which is out of San Francisco, is one of the doctors who was the first one to get involved with that. And Yeah, so we knew it as EPI 743, but
Okay.
I knew they had changed the name, but we'd never, and Ashley has her own story with that as well. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mine's not happy.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, for us, it was more of we were in the hospital and they knew we were at end of life. And
Yeah.
at the time, you could request to the FDA, hey, this is what's going on. Can we please have, because there wasn't an active trial, but they were allowing people at end of life to try it to see if it improve, and they denied us.
That's so frustrating.
It was really hard. And I mean,
wow,
going on too. And I wish I had, I mean, I didn't know how I would, but I wish I could have fought that, because I've heard a lot about the drug, and I've talked to a lot of families that their kids were on it from the first trials. And it's amazing. The things that they are discovering is crazy. And I do think that if we had had the opportunity, Angie's story might have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's seriously heartbreaking to me. You probably feel excited for us, but at the same time, like, what the heck? Like, we could have done that.
I feel I'm 100% excited for you.
I know that, but I can't imagine. Yeah.
I'm just glad that they're at a point where they found another company to take it on, because that's why they changed the name. That's why it's not EPI anymore. I thought actually it had a different name.
I did too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here, look, it just says vatiquinone.
/ placebo.
There's 2 companies doing this now, because I
don't know the name of the company.
Well, because it's usually the name. Well, no, I talked to someone like a week ago.
Yeah.
And
I bet you it's in our paperwork. I don't know.
The name of what the other company renamed the drug is. Yeah. The drug's name has the company's name in it, and it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if there's like 2 different trials going on right
there, which there very well could be.
Yeah,
because I know there were different doctors involved in it. So,
and what I'm under the impression that it's a vitamin derivative.
Yeah,
vitamin E derivative. So, I don't know, and I'm just so excited that we have the chance to be on it, because next appointment we'll find out, or she will be on it for sure. And for how it's going for her right now, best case scenario is that she's on the placebo and then she gets, even better. But even if she's on the drug, I'll be happy too, because I mean, she's back at preschool, just 2 days a week, but she's able to engage. She's laughing, like she doesn't cry anymore. I mean, she does, like if you pinch her, like any kid, which we don't that often.
Yeah. Her nickname at Cry is starting to go away.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the last time we talked, that was what her nickname was.
And not by us, but by the kids.
Yeah, I saw a video that you had posted with her and two other little girls, and oh my gosh, it was so cute. She was totally engaging with them.
Did you see how she was moving her head and looking?
Yeah.
So those are the improvements that I've just been so excited to tell you guys about.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Thank you.
So is there anything else new? How are you 2 doing?
We're good. We're struggling a little bit at this moment, to be honest, because we were pregnant and we just had a miscarriage. So that's a little bit hard for us right now, because I mean, we were just so excited to give Kyra a sibling, and we were just about to go through our genetic testing to see if this baby was affected with Kyra's IRS2 gene. And at that appointment is when they said, we don't see the heartbeats. We were almost 12 weeks, like just really excited, really took on the idea, like, okay, we're going to do it. We don't know if this kid is going to be super healthy or not. So we're kind of like, we were punched in the gut a little bit.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, but I mean, it's part of life, and I've had a miscarriage before, and so I think it'll be okay. There's nothing that's shouting like infertility or anything like that. So it's kind of a hard subject for me to talk about in public, which I do talk about it in public, but I know that there's going to be a lot of stigma or judgment, or just differing opinions, because when you have a genetic disease that you could possibly pass down to a baby, you know, the question is, should you procreate or should you not? And that's just, you know, it's just so personal.
Absolutely.
So I'm open with it, more open than Jesse is, because I'm just, you know, that's our personalities, but
Andrew
it's just
and
what
I
we're
are
going
exactly
through.
the same way, so
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So yeah, it's just,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I
No,
just want
please
to
do.
say I totally and 100%, I understand how you feel, because I feel that way too. It's so scary to think about like having another child for that reason. Like, and
yeah,
it sucks to have to worry about what other people think or what other people are going to say.
yeah,
But I can say it's not anyone else's life, and they are not living. They might see and they might know that you have this genetic disease that could be passed on, but it's such like a random thing. I mean, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have not had Kyra, like, and
I
you
know. And look, yeah,
then so you can't
yeah,
rule your life on this possibility, but it is scary. It's terrifying.
it's terrifying.
sure.
Yeah, and it's if we didn't feel so strongly just in our heart of hearts that we want to be parents to and give Kyra siblings and things like that, then we would just be like, nope, we're not doing it. But it's just something we can't deny, and so it's just the journey we're going to take. And we want to help. Like our doctors, Kyra's doctors are, you know, so helpful to us too, and our doctors here in Boise are helpful. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And you know the road. You already have Kyra. You're going through this. So
we're really good at this.
Yeah. When other people look at the situation, it probably scares them. They're like, oh my gosh, how could you do this? Why would you want to do, you know, like that kind of thing. And it's just a different thing when you walk that road.
Yeah.
Like, we can do this. We know how to do this. And this is what we want.
And too, it's all about the education of it as well. Like you said, you talk to her doctors and they're on your side. That's what's most important.
Yeah, and they had kind of a plan, like, okay, here's what we missed with Kyra's disease. So if we were to do it again, here's how we would make sure that we stopped the infantile spasms quickly, doing this, this, and this. I mean, our doctor said something that was really just like comforting to me early on when I was just found out I was pregnant. He said, we know what to do and we can do it even better this time. And it's not saying that we were going to have an affected kid, but if we did, it just really gave me, because I thought when I told the doctors, they would be like, well, this is a terrible idea. You shouldn't do this. And that's not the feedback I got. And so that really helped.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
No,
I was going to say, I know that when we went in and Troy, which Troy doesn't even have necessarily a confirmed mitochondrial disease right now.
Okay.
We think mitochondrial myopathy something, but the doctor was like, you should not have any more kids. And granted, this was 13 years ago, but I was like, I was just taken back.
Yeah.
Did you just say that? Like,
yeah.
No, it was just, I mean, obviously I didn't, but I also got divorced and remarried and, you know, a lot of other things played into that, but it was like, oh, can doctors say that kind of stuff to you?
God, yeah, that's heavy. That would be really hard.
Yeah.
I had this similar experience with you, because Andrew and we hadn't really decided. We wanted to talk to different doctors and see what the road would look like. And I had the same reaction from our doctors. They were all really excited, which took me aback. So I was expecting the same thing. I was like, aren't you gonna reprimand me for wanting it? So it was really, really different. And I'm glad that you had that experience too, of just feeling supported from that type of a medical staff. You know, it's really hard for like regular people to really understand. I don't know.
And, you know, like adoption's a great idea. IVF isn't ideal. It's a great idea, but it's very expensive. You know, so there's options out there too that we can explore if we can't get pregnant naturally. And you know, this is just the road we're on. Like, for some reason, things aren't quite easy for Jesse and I in life, but they're beautiful. I mean, we find the beautiful things along the way, but man, I just really want to give Kyra a sibling because she loves kids and she loves her cousins, and they just like breathe life into her and they make her laugh and they speak her language, which is very cool. And it just feels right for our family. So we'll get there.
Yeah. Happy for you guys. I am. I know that it's really hard to go through what you're going through right now, but I love you too. And unfortunately,
we love you. Thank you.
guys doing the podcast. So I have to call you once a year and be like, hey guys.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
How's Troy?
Troy's doing good. We actually this last year got another diagnosis for him of Milan syndrome, which is an overgrowth syndrome, which is why he's 13 and he's like 5'11".
Oh, wow.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So we just actually did genetic tests a week ago to see, because apparently Milan is the infix gene, and apparently he has a big deletion on the infix gene, but right next to it is a mitochondrial gene.
Yeah.
So they're wondering if the deletion went over into that gene, which that's what maybe gave him his mitochondrial myopathy. So we just did a test. So hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have more information. But definitely when he did get this new diagnosis and I started doing the research, and I mean, there's less than 50 children in the United States that have it. So it's super rare.
Wow.
But he just fits so many of the characteristics of this, where with Mito, I mean, he's developmentally delayed, and there's a lot of things that he shows up with Mito as well, but he just definitely seems more Milan syndrome than Mito.
Got it. Okay.
So we're just in this whole new phase of trying to figure out what we can and trying to get into the other doctors that, watching all these different just programs and things that different doctors have put out, that there's only a few of them that, are studying Milan syndrome. So we're like in this new stage again, trying to figure out what's going on. But he's been doing really well. He's very healthy. We just got him vaccinated last week.
Oh, really?
First vaccination. So, which I was so scared about. But of course, the first one, he did absolutely fine. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for the second dose. But yeah, he's been doing really well. He received a new walker this last year, and he is like every day we have him out walking for at least a half hour in this walker, and we're super careful with him, obviously. So we go to we're at San Diego State parking structure because nobody's there. We're at all these places. He is just running around in this thing and just
cute. Awesome. He's ready to go.
Yeah, so he's doing really well. We're extremely thankful.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no, it's good to hear.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, is there anything else that you guys can think of that you want to share, or any more updates?
I have a couple. I wrote some things down. We did find a couple more people in the United States and just in the world that have Kyra's exact genetic mutation, which is the IARS2. It's a mutation, right?
Yeah, I thought she had a mutation and a deletion. I think it was twofold. But
I'm terrible at this, you guys. I just know. It's just whatever Kyra has. Anyways, so the mom there's a mom in Italy that I've connected with, a dad and a mom, I think also in Italy. Gosh, it's hard for me to know because our language barriers. But anyways, we started a Facebook group for kids with IRS2, and then I found another mom in Louisiana, who her daughter is literally the cutest kid you've ever seen in your life. And she has Kyra's exact same genetic mutation. She kind of reminds me of Angie in a way because she's sassy, the sass is real. And so I just love connecting with her mom and seeing their picture. She just turned 3. So we're kind of a little community now in the IRS2 community. And so we're just making sure that we have all of our information on our Facebook page for other families that may get this diagnosis and may want, if their doctors want to get a hold of Kyra's muscle biopsy results, because her muscle biopsy did show that her IRS2 gene mutation is causing the mitochondrial dysfunction. So it's the only proven, it's the first proven IRS2 dysfunction ever. So that was big for us. So I want people to have access to that. So yeah, we started a Facebook group. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. What else? She's in preschool. She's loving it. She's in a class of all boys. So she's just rules the classroom. They really love her and her wheels on her wheelchair. It's so cute. That's it. Yeah, we're just gonna gear up for a fun summer. We're gonna go to Seattle a couple of times for doctor's appointments. Make-A-Wish said that they're granting us a wish, and Kyra, and they're gonna get us a travel trailer. So we're gonna go because we can't fly anymore with Kyra. She's too big and too much medical equipment. So we're gonna just get up and go.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Very fortunate.
So we're waiting to hear. I think it's gonna be like July or something. But yeah, we're just trying to live life, have fun.
Well, you guys are gonna have to plan a trip to San Diego.
Yeah.
I kind of think
we were
so.
actually just talking about it a couple weeks ago. So
well, even if it's just Jesse and I, we'll be like, okay, Kyra stays with grandma. Jesse and I are going to San Diego. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Well, cool. I'm so glad that everything is going so well and that she has been amazing over the last year, and I can't wait to hear back from you guys to find out what the trial is, like if she's on, if she's on it or she's not. And
okay, yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, this was an awesome update. We're so happy for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all good things. I mean, we still have hard days. It's not that she can walk all of a sudden or she's cured, but man, just strides from the last time I talked to you guys, and yeah, she's just happy and healthy and good for now. I'm knocking on wood.
And it's crazy the year it has been with COVID.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, we had a lot of blessings too, because my work was super supportive and I was able to work from home really the last over, I don't know, year, 14 months, and just slowly getting back into going into the office. And so much of that, the mornings when she's the happiest and she has a lot of that energy I missed for so long. And so I just, I've really cherished that for the last, year and a half. It's been pretty amazing.
Yeah, those are the good things that have come out of COVID. Just being able to be together. Like my husband's a teacher and he was completely working from home. So lunch was popping out of the room, and it's just, there's definitely some good things that came from this time, us having to be at home all together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
That's cool. Well, thank you for joining us again. I appreciate you guys taking the time. If you guys are listening, that was the Mito podcast. If you have any questions or any suggestions for future episodes, go ahead and email us at mitopodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram.